and to be together in person. And I just been talking to Cantor Nesis, and this suggestion for a time for us to take a breath together, to have a moment of healing together. We know that the world is going to get more crazy in the next couple of months, even though our holiday season is over. So I personally am just so glad for a moment to be with all of you and to be led by Cantor Nesis in this program that I think we all need. So I'm going to turn it over to her now, and looking forward to experiencing this with all of you.
Well, thank you, Rabbi, and thank you, everybody, for joining us this afternoon. Shavua Tov, and I hope you've been experiencing meaningful weeks and days of our holidays and our festivals. And yes, it truly feels like it's been special and wonderful in so many ways, and moving and sad in other ways. And I don't know, I want to have a moment of like a true transparent conversation, maybe, if you allow me, just to say, I think this time, this period that we've been all experiencing for the past, I'm not counting the months anymore, but has kind of augmented everything. It has augmented all kinds of feelings. To me, it augmented the sense of connection, actually, in many ways, and almost productivity in some ways. But it has augmented the lack of sleep, and it has augmented missing being with people, and I think that every day feels a little bit different, and sometimes even multiple times a day it feels a little bit different. And this time and this moment for me with you, hopefully, is to say it's okay. It's okay to have all those feelings and emotions. And whatever you feel and whatever you're at, it's okay. You don't have to feel or be anything than what you are experiencing. So I hope you will go through this time together with that mindset. And I hope you'll take that away with you as we conclude today. And I really wanted to begin, I want to begin with a song, actually, that is not in the materials that I prepared, because we wouldn't be here if we wouldn't be thinking about things last minute. But that's only because I was thinking about this session quite a bit. So I want to share with you a song that I think you all really know. And I'm going to put the lyrics in the chat box just in case you would like a reminder. But it's a song we sing for various times and periods in our tradition, in our life. Look at your picture. So now, right now, we sing that to everything there is a time, to everything there is a space, and together we can make that space. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to reap, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to love, a time to win. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time time to dance, a time to mourn, a time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones together. Sing it. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven, a time of love. A time of love, a time of hate, a time of war, a time of peace, a time you may embrace, a time to refrain from embracing. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to gain, a time to lose, a time to run, a time to sow, a time for love, a time for hate, a time for peace. I swear it's not too late. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. So I'm going to ask Liz to go ahead and share our first reading. Shemini Atzeret has various customs, including reciting the memorial prayers of Yizkor. And the tradition offers beautiful supplicatory prayers to recite on the day which ask God for rain. Now, it is not a rainy day here in Portland, Maine. It's a beautiful fall day. We had some rain on Sukkot, and we're getting some sunshine today, but I'm not here to tell you that we don't always get what we want. I'm here to be together. And so we continue to say and we read. But my favorite teaching, and this was written in 2016, my favorite teaching about today is that today is a day for sitting still. The Hasidic rabbi known as the Slonimer Rebbe teaches that there are 2 days called Atzeret, pausing during the year. On each of these days, God asks us to be people who choose to pause, to linger in the divine presence. One of these days is Shavuot. Shavuot is called an Atzeret, a day of holy pausing, and comes as the 50th day after the 49th day journey of counting the Omer. And Shemini Atzeret is called an Atzeret, a day of holy pausing, and it is also a 50th day. It comes after 7 weeks of the intense spiritual work of the High Holy Day season. Today is a day to sit still and to reflect on the journey we've just undergone. What has your life contained since then? What was it look like for you? Did you read or write? Did you spend time thinking about your relationships and where you might need healing or realignment? What were the high holidays like for you this year? Did you hear the shofar at Rosh Hashanah? How were the Aseret Yemei Teshuvah, those 10 days in between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur? Do you remember Yom Kippur? Did you hear the Kol Nidrei? Did you pray in community or did you pray alone? Did the experience move you? Did you come away feeling changed? And what was Sukkot like for you this year? Did you sit in a sukkah? Did you experience the great outdoors? Did you contemplate fragility, impermanence, what fades and what lasts? Over the last 7 weeks, maybe you've been feeling joy. Maybe you experienced sadness. Maybe you felt hopeful, but maybe you felt grief. Maybe all of the above. And so, sit for a moment and remember, that is today's work, and that is what we are going to do together. Remembering and integrating everything we've experienced over the weeks since the month of Elul began. Rabbi Shefa Gold teaches that a chant isn't complete until we also sit with the silence which resounds when the audible singing is through. When the sound of a chant has ended, she writes, the most subtle, transformative and powerful part of the practice can begin. Today, let it be the silence after the chant. Listen to your heart in the silence and feel whatever arises. And so we're going to do this exercise of singing a chant, a simple song, a simple melody. And let that sink in. Let the melody give us a chance to breathe. And let's sit with the silence right afterwards. A very simple melody, even easier words. It's actually only one word. Excuse me. Shalom. Whenever you are ready, you can join me. Shalom, 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 shalom. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Try with me. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. One last time. Shalom, shalom, shalom. 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 So if you are just joining us, I want to make sure you have water with you. And I want to invite you to drink some water. And I'd like for you, if you would close your eyes, if you're comfortable with it. You don't have to, but if you're comfortable, I invite you to close your eyes and take a deep breath. I'm going to take you through just one brief moment of meditation. Take a deep breath through your nose, release through your mouth once more. Make sure your shoulders are not tight and not all the way climbing up, but they're relaxed. As I said, it is a beautiful sunny day in Portland, Maine, but I want you to imagine for a moment, excuse me, that there is rain outside. I want you to hear the rain falling. And I want you to hear the thunder. And you are home and you're safe. Outside, there is rain and there is thunder and there is wind. Rain washes away the earth. What will the rain wash away for you? What feelings, what emotions, what experiences? Let it wash it away. The rain falls down and it nurtures the earth. What will the rain nurture in you today? What friendships, what relationships, what emotions? Make sure you're breathing. Now you open the door. You want to go outside, but you're a little afraid. The winds are just too strong. The trees look so stoic. They are strong and they are immutable, but you're not. It's okay. You don't have to be a tree. You can be a lulav. In the hands of the rain, in the hands of the earth, in the hands of God and life, you are a lulav just the way a child shakes it. You step outside and you feel the rain on your head, your hair, your face, your clothes. And it shakes you like a lulav. It bends you one side, another side, in all directions. Your strength is in your flexibility. Like the lulav, you will soon come back to center. Now open your eyes, drink some water. I'd like to invite Barbara to please help us with this second reading. Ana Adonai Hoshia Na.
Okay. Ana Adonai Hoshiana, please, force of Adonai Hatzlichana, please, source of life, please cause us to prosper. Ana Adonai Anenu, please, God, answer us. Anenu V'yom Korenu, answer us on the day of our calling. You, searcher of hearts, clothed in splendor, everlastingly loving, good and benevolent. We are calling out to you, and for the vulnerable among us, those fearing for their safety, there is no time to wait.
Ana Adonai Hoshena, Ana Adonai Hatzlichana, Ana Adonai Anenu, 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 V'yom Korenu, Anenu, Anenu, V'yom Korenu. Ana Adonai Hoshena, Ana Adonai Hatzlichana, Ana Adonai Anenu, 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 V'yom Korenu, oh Anenu, Anenu, V'yom Korenu. Sing it with me from the beginning. Ana Adonai Hoshena, Ana Adonai Hatzlichana, Ana Adonai Anenu, 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 V'yom Korenu, Anenu, Anenu, V'yom Korenu. Another brief meditation. Take a deep breath. You may or may not close your eyes, it's up to you. While the people of Israel wandered through the desert, it is said that Miriam was their source of water. A well with fresh water followed her everywhere she would go, making life and sustenance possible for them. Think about who is your Miriam? Who is your source of strength, of life, of support? And have you considered that you are Miriam to someone else too? Yes, we are imperfect and we are broken, but it is okay because there is a crack in everything, and that's how the light gets in. Our good friend Leonard Cohen says in his song. The crack is through where the water can rise and rush. You are a well of water. You are capable of bringing life and support and healing to others. Take a deep breath, drink some water. And I'd like to invite Diane to please lead us in the next reading.
Thank you. Elohe Abotenu Vimotenu, God of our mothers and fathers, share your strength with us. Be the rock that we can lean on so that we can be a source of support and comfort to each other. Hold us tightly in your embrace, even as we question and doubt, even as we acknowledge our anger and our fear. Shield and shelter our whole family under the wings of your loving presence, so that every stopping place in this journey will be a sanctuary of healing.
And at this time, I'm going to sing the Misha Berach, and I invite you all to sing as well. And I will leave a moment from one stanza to the next, so that those of you who would like to put in the chat the names of loved ones for whom you ask for healing of body, of mind, I invite you to do so that we can acknowledge them and we can acknowledge you and be with you as we all sit on this moment still and gather strength from one another. מקור הברכה לאמותינו, they are the source of strength. Help us, the ones before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. I'll read some of those names out loud. Rosie Wall, Sarah Batslava, George Rose, John Walsh, Adele Silverman, Derek Wangard, Janet Handy, Yehudit Batsara, Yesheperach Emotenu, Mekor HaBracha before we conclude and we sing together a melody familiar to all of us, and Oseh Shalom, I want to thank you all for joining, and I want to leave you with one last image. I think the theme today for our moment of sitting still and of healing is water, and all the ways in which water in our tradition has brought us healing, and all the ways in which water in our days can perform that as well, which is why I encourage you, whether you are a singer or not, to drink a lot of water. But the last one is this image I have, which is of the people of Israel confronted with the sea of reeds when they escape, when they leave Egypt finally. And the story says, the Midrash says that it wasn't until a man named Nachshon went into the water that the waters actually parted. The Midrash says that Nachshon walked straight into the water, and the water first made it to his ankles, and then he rised all the way to his knees, and then to his waist, and to his chest, and all the way to his neck. And then the waters parted, and the people of Israel were able to cross the sea towards freedom. Nachshon was a simple man, and he had the courage and the strength to go forward, not necessarily without fear. And I think we all are a little Nachshon, to ourselves and to others. Miracles happen with a whole lot of courage and a decent amount of fear. And when simple men like Nachshon and like every one of us has the courage to step forward and to get wet. So I leave you with this image, and I hope that you feel Nachshon's strength as well. And I hope you will continue to work towards your own sense of strength and healing in the days to come. And I invite you all to sing Oseh Shalom with me. Oseh Shalom Mimromad, Oseh Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Thank you all for joining. I wish you a Shavua Tov. This literally concludes our season of holidays and festivals. So I hope you will go forward. I hope you gather some strength and you'll go forward in strength as well. Thank you for coming and for joining us today.
Thank you, Cantor. I'm so happy that we were able to close out the month of Elul and this first part of Tishrei together with your incredible insights and your beautiful singing. And I am very grateful to you for leading us through this. On behalf of the Center for Small Town Jewish Life, thank you all for being here. And also, I just want to let you know, I don't want to ruin the mood with a lot of calendar details. I want to tell you that we have some really wonderful post-holiday season programming coming up, a community conversations, a Beit Midrash, and our fall Shabbaton with a lot more music. You will receive email about it. It's on our website, and if you need to reach out to us, you can do it liz.snyder@colby.edu. I'm sure you're all on the list because you're here today.
Shavua Tov, thank you very much. Have a lovely week, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Wonderful to see you.